Welcome everybody to another edition of AlLou Toy Review. In this edition we get to review Guile from Big Boys Toys. Now we have already reviewed Chun-Li, Ken, and Ryu. Now we get to check this guy out. So here's the box. Again, I don't like to take a lot of time on it, but I know some of you want to see it. So here you go. Here's the front. Here it is opened. And you know what? Again, I don't like to display it within the box because there's a lot of plastic going on in there with little plastic sheets, and it gets in the way. So you know what? Of course, I'm going to open this and show you guys what's up in the inside. The top, the left side or right side, depending on your view, the other side, the bottom, and the back. Well, the back, it seems it has a lot of stuff going on there. It talks a lot about the figure and some really cool little animation that's going on in there. Of course, we get to review the lights and sounds, and I can't wait to see what that looks like. Well, there you have it. There's the box. Now let's open up this bad boy so you can see what's inside. All right, everybody. So here we have the contents of the box out on display for you. Now, the biggest difference in this review versus others is you'll notice the Guile is already on the base. Well, that's the way it was packaged. I assume to keep the contents of package size a little smaller, whatever the case may be. So this is the way I left it for you to see. Anyway, here we have Guile himself. And of course, we'll get a better look here in a minute. He looks pretty nice, you know, pretty detailed. Again, very anime-ish, right? And we have the button on the base. We have the name, Guile. And then on the bottom, hopefully he doesn't fall over. It looks like he's going to be okay. All right, we have, of course, the bottom right here. Then we also have the compartment for the AA batteries, 2 AA batteries. And then, of course, you're going to also need the Phillips head screwdriver. Well, there's that. Then you also have the static card that comes with it, the front, back, or back front, whichever way you want to view it. And what's really cool, maybe a little stupid, I don't know, but I really liked it, was the box itself. The box is really nicely done. I really like the detail as far as the paint application that's put on it. It looks a little bit weathered. It could look a little bit more weathered, sure, but I really like that they put detail into just a simple box, right? Looks really good. All right, enough about the box. Then we have the base. Now, the base itself is really nice. Just like the others, you have this texture, this kind of grainy feel to it. Not only that, but you have an outstanding job that they did here with the lines. It actually looks like it's grooved within this base itself, but it's not. It is thick and it's very sturdy. And then finally you have the backdrop. Backdrop is really nice because it does show just like the video game itself, right? It looks really good. I like that backdrop, and obviously it fits Guile. Now, the problem that I have, just like the others, is that why didn't they include another backing that could match maybe with Ken or Ryu, so that way you could have the other side of it, right? And they could kind of look like they're facing off against each other. Now, if you look at the back, which is white, they could have easily applied one there, and then you could have had the other side. It would have been a nice touch to it, but they didn't. Maybe late in the future, they might think about releasing some extra backdrops for us. But unfortunately, that will be an additional cost, right? Well, this one right here, too, is also strong. It's fairly sturdy, but it doesn't feel as sturdy as the others. But still, it's a very nicely done backdrop. And there you have it. There's the contents. Now we're going to take a closer look at it with it fully assembled. But before we do so, Al has a special message just for you.
Hello there, my good friends. Are you looking for something to quench your thirst? Something invigorating? Well, I want you to try something today. I want you to try AlLou or Chata in a can. Get one today. Yes, my friends, AlLou or Chata in a can. Order yours today. Llamo Español. And please remember one last thing. Stay puto, my friends.
Welcome back, everybody, and thank you, Al, for introducing to the dozens
and dozens
of subscribers AlLou or Chata in a can. That's right, everybody. Don't forget to order yours today. Well, anyway, here we have Guile. in all his glory, fully assembled, right? And it looks great. Now, again, this is not for everybody because it is overly anime-ish. It's huge, right? And it all is actually just huge compared to this backdrop. But he's got a great look to him. Check out his facial features. And notice the mouth right there. That is not a paint application. That is actually an open, a chiseled out portion of the model to where his mouth is wide open. And his face right there, he's got that menacing look. He is definitely ready for battle. One of the things I do want to mention is the paint application. Now, you would expect for this paint application right here to be messed up, but look at that. That's actually very well done, very sharp. It's just like if they got a paint application and just put it right over. It is that sharp. Great job on that, guys. And also, I do like, of course, the paint application when it comes to the muscles and the tank top back here where it kind of shows the contours of his body. And look at that, even a little bit right here to show how the tank top stretches over his back. And of course, you also have his pants, his fatigues, and also his boots. Good job on the paint application. The thing is, if you notice here on his boots, it actually looks a little worn. So it's kind of a nice touch. So there you go. There's Guile, looking great, looking menacing. Now, one of the things that everybody wants to see and hear is the sonic boom. So let's check it out.
Sonic boom!
That's right. It looks pretty good. Now, here at AlLou Toy Review, we're not going to just come at you with all the good stuff. We're going to come at you and let you know what we feel is wrong with it. First of all, look at the lights on this sonic boom.
Boom!
Now, if you notice, this could have been diffused a lot more, so that way it could have looked a lot more seamless, but you can actually see each and every bulb, which is kind of annoying.
Sonic boom!
But hey, at least I got it right, and it looks pretty good, with the exception of that. Now, the other thing that we notice is look at his hands. They are together, right? In the game, in the video game itself, it doesn't actually come together the way it shows right here. In the video game, his arms actually come across. Boom, sonic boom, right? It comes across, and that's how you get this swirly effect. Why they didn't keep that effect, I don't know. Come on, guys, if this isn't right, let's call it out, right? So that way, hopefully, they can fix it or pay attention for the next one. Another thing that I do though like about this is the dog tags. Look at that. It actually, let's see if hopefully it's not too bright. There we go. Now there's nothing actually written on it. Try to flip it over. You notice there's nothing written on it, but I do like the free flowing style, and that's another nice effect. I haven't seen that yet on any other figure, any kind of free flowing accessory, with the exception of, a box or whatever. Now this guy right here, he actually has his dog tag, so that's pretty nice. It can come apart if you want to, but of course, us fans, we're going to leave it right there because that's the way it should be. Now let's look at the sonic boom with the lights off.
Sonic boom!
That is really bright. Let's look at it this way.
Sonic boom!
One more time.
Sonic boom!
Nice and bright. Now, one thing I do have to mention as well is that the sonic boom, the voice itself, is not as prominent as the other ones that you might have. Oh, I know that's bright, guys. Hopefully this will adjust. Now, it is not as bright, or his voice is not as strong as you hear in Ken and Ryu and Chun-Li. I don't know what happened there, but it's still definitely a good level.
Sonic boom!
So you can hear it just fine. And there you have it. There's Guile. Now let's go ahead and compare him with the others. And here we have all of our big boys toys with the new challengers all together. Now notice I try to put them together so that way they kind of look like they're battling each other. And this is why I mentioned the whole issue with the backdrops. I would love it, absolutely love it, if I could actually have them look like they're in the same arena together. But unfortunately, they don't have that option available to us yet. I did also want to mention that I lied to you guys. Sorry about it. But Guile actually requires 3 AAA batteries. I did mention 2 AA's. That's not the truth. There's 3 AAA batteries. Another great thing about Guile, though, he came solid. Now, with the others, I had some issues as far as the lighting effects and trying to maneuver them so that way they would light up all the time. Guile, I've had 0 issues with. So far, when I press a button, it works, right? So here we go. I want to show you right now, Ryu hopefully won't have any issues. Good. We have no issues with that right now. Then we have Chun-Li. And here's my issue right here. Ken. Ken has a major flaw. Notice that there is no lighting effect anymore. I have to actually maneuver him, push him, so that way it shows up. And I have to keep it held for the duration. And if I don't hold it right, it doesn't happen. Very annoying. I'm going to try to figure out what I can do to fix it. I don't know what's the issue. And, of course, we have Guile. Guile works flawlessly. And there you have it, guys. This is the new challenger, Guile, right here, along with his crew. I can't wait to see the next one. But until then, keep collecting what makes you happy and display it proudly.
Hi, guys. You remember the Noid? He was that little guy that was featured in the Domino's pizza commercials. He was even in a Michael Jackson music video called Speed Demon. There he is at the bottom right. Let's slow it down. Yep, there he is right there. He made it big when he was given his very own NES video game. It was called Yo Noid. He goes around jumping with his yo-yo grabbing items. And I can still remember the slogan used by Domino's. Avoid the Noid. You remember?